Severe weather season upon us. Yes, we are going to have chances for some severe weather across the middle portion of the country on Friday after a near record warm, if not a record warm winter in some spots across the west that was surmounted from the cold east. I mean, we had the cold. It was a little chilly for sure, but this is such a small area relatively speaking. So, yeah. Mild air across the east, big time heat actually for this time of year. Not anything we haven't seen. It will build away. We'll get a brief break of some cold. It builds back in for the middle portion of the week, and then it's going to be a bigger cold front that's going to push its way on towards the east as we go towards the end of next week. Now, that's not going to last for super long. We're going to build back in some warmth, but we set up chilly air, Calgary, Seattle, Boise, Minneapolis, with warmer air, Chicago, Omaha, DC, and south as we generally go through the middle portions of the month. And then probably at some point later month, we do have a true pattern change to colder. Throughout later Wednesday, we'll have this system push on in. Ohio Valley gets a ton more rain because, of course, you need that system out across portions of the Pacific Northwest. We'll move on down, and then we're going to continue to see this push off towards the east, run into colder air. We have all that snowpack here, and that keeps kind of keeping things chillier. So we'll have mix and even some snow, Albany, Syracuse, Boston, Rhode Island, and this could pile up a little bit in spots with a few inches in this corridor into early Friday. Meanwhile, we deal with some showers and thunderstorms. And then this is going to be the big system I showed you at the top. This is going to form and bring in a round of severe weather to erupt along this cold front. On the backside, a little bit in the way of snowfall, but you could definitely see here that is a pretty good batch of storminess. Snowfall out across the west will add up towards the bases, few inches. Up into the peaks, several inches of snow. You get a couple of those little streaks across the middle portion of the country going on in towards the end of the week, but hardly anything to speak of across the east until you get into the far interior northeast, and that is where the few inches could fall. Picking things up here throughout your Saturday, this is that frontal system forming maybe a little bit more severe weather further east as it runs out of room. This is the next guy to watch for areas of Canada that slides off towards the east. This is the next system here. Canadian Rockies getting plenty of snow into the northwest as well. We'll eject out a couple of systems in towards the middle portion of the country far north. But yeah, not a ton going on until you get towards the middle portions of the week, and then you're going to erupt a lot of rain. And there will likely be a corridor of decent snow at some point late Tuesday and Wednesday. But yeah, severe weather chances will once again be around with that system. So very, very wet Mississippi River Valley into the Tennessee, Ohio Valley, Great Lakes, Northeast in the next 6 to 10 days. Pretty much big time heat everywhere, but we're going to start losing some of that heat as you go on in towards, let's say, the 10 to 15 day period, because we have a polar vortex disruption. And that's going to also help the Madden-Julian oscillation, the MJO here, kick out of some of these warm phases and likely get towards colder phases eventually. So not done with winter across the east, but definitely a nice hiatus for sure.